Hey guys, welcome back. I am Jason, and out of all the things that we can spend our time, our resources, our money on, what is going to be the most important when preparing for hard times, the SHTF, whatever it is that we envision in our future that may require us to be more prepared, more self-reliant? Gear and gadgets and goodies and bags and all that stuff, freeze-dried foods and training, first aid training, combat training, tactical training, all that stuff, small unit tactics. We could spend a lot of time, investing a lot of time into these types of things. Farming, gardening, buying a piece of property and developing it so it can produce food for us and our families. There are so many things when it comes to the concept of prepping, if that's what you want to call it. So many things that you can put your time, your money, your energy into. But what is the most important thing? To me, the most important thing is going to be investing in people. It's going to be investing in your wife, investing in your children, investing in your friends, your neighbors, the people in your community. If you're not doing this now, it's going to be probably too late when hard times come, because people are going to be a lot more guarded, a lot more hesitant. I mean, can you imagine trying to date in a post-apocalyptic type world? It's going to be tough, right? Your Tinder app isn't going to be working necessarily anymore. So it's going to be really, really challenging. So finding people that you can love, you can trust, you can count on now, and investing in those relationships is going to be crucial, as people are our biggest assets. They're also our biggest liabilities. People are a pain in the neck. I get it. Relationships are hard. You step on people's toes, you get offended, people break up, get back together, break up, all this stuff. Like, you lose friends, you make new friends. All these things are kind of volatile, and it's difficult. It's not easy to do. It requires a lot of energy. It requires money. It requires your precious time, which you can't get any more of. But if you're going to invest into something, it's going to be relationships. But without them, you're going to be by yourself, and survival, just for the sake of survival and living by yourself in some bunker somewhere, doesn't have a whole lot of value to me. Having people I can count on, having people that count on me is so important. There's nothing else. That's why I live. That's my whole purpose in life. It's not to make money. It's not to please myself and go on vacations and stuff like that. It's to have experiences and share those with other people, and be a shining guiding light as best as I possibly can be a positive influence on all the people that I come in contact with on a daily basis. All you safety Sallies out there mowing in bare feet, how do you feel about that? Oh, of course not. Why would there be gas? Yeesh. Hope that's not a brown recluse. I cannot stand these gas cans. It's so pissed off at the people that make these types of things to save the environment. I spill more gas with these dumb gas cans than I do with just a regular one. It's leaking. Look at that. Top of it's leaking. Imagine that. And I think my biggest problem is finding the balance between all the things, right? So you want to raise chickens and rabbits and grow food and vegetables and all those things, and then have a job in which you can make money to produce income, to buy additional supplies and equipment and food and all that stuff, and just, money to live your life, pay your bills and that kind of stuff. Put fuel in your mowers. You've got to plan out each and every day and prioritize where you're going to put your time and energy. Like today, for example, today is date night. So once a week, my wife and I, we try to do date night, and that's just basically an opportunity for us to put away work, put away all the other obligations and kids and all the other stuff that we have to do, and we just spend time with each other. And one of our favorite ways to do this is to have redneck date night. That's what we call it, redneck date night by the creek, where sometimes we put our chairs in the river and we just soak our feet when it's hot outside like this. Sometimes we have a little bonfire. We just hang out, have a beverage or two, and just relax and listen to music, and we dance and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes we miss it, sometimes we mess up, sometimes we lose track of what's important and we end up spending our time doing something else, or we'll be out of town or something, and it just makes it difficult. But we really try. We really make a really solid effort, and it's made a big difference in improving our relationship and building that bond that we have and creating a stronger marriage. Having your priorities arranged in the proper order, I think is really important, and that's something that I fail on a lot. So like, for example, I try to put God first, which honestly I rarely do. It's so much easier to I don't know if it's easier, seems like it's more convenient to put the people first in your life, right? I mean, hopefully at least you're doing that, than it is to put your spiritual life, your connection with God. And I fail on that pretty much every day. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better at it, because if you have that first, everything else will fall in line and everything else will improve. If you have your marriage first, if you're married, if you're not a single guy, if you're married and you're putting your wife before your kids, you're putting your kids before your friends. If you're doing these things, you're prioritizing these things in the proper order, everything will be better. Everything will be more productive. Everything will be more fruitful. So like, for example, I've got my kids today have jujitsu, and I take them to jujitsu once a week. And I try to be really consistent on these types of things, and I want to make sure that they're improving and they're getting better, and they see that I care and that I'm invested in their improvements and just in things of this nature. So I'm taking them to jujitsu this evening, and then I've got a buddy whose birthday party is this evening. Not really a party. We're having a get together, and we're gonna blow up some stuff. So we're celebrating two things. My other buddy is celebrating finishing his house. Basically, it's almost done, and he's got his certificate of occupancy, I suppose. So what we're gonna do is we're going to shoot and blow up his his permit box that was hanging on a tree by the construction site. And I've got some of this good stuff right here that we're gonna send it into the oblivion. And send it into the stratosphere. I don't know how much is too much. Pound and a half, 2 pounds. It's not a very big box. Shouldn't take too much to send it pretty high. Anyway, so that's gonna be fun. So I gotta do that. And then I gotta be back here to make sure that I have time to have date night with my wife. So you get it. Like, our lives are busy. Your lives are busy. I understand we have a lot of things going on, but we've got to do our best every single day to wake up in the morning and do as much as we can for the people around us, because those people that we invest our time and our energy in are our biggest assets. They're the ones that are going to be there when we need them, if we've taken the time to invest in them. And it's not like I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of thing, especially if you've got the right people around you. I've got a great buddy, a really good friend, Jason, another Jason, and he'll do anything for you. I mean, you call him up and he shows up every single time, and he's just about the best guy that you could have, about the best friend that you can ask for. And so we're going to celebrate his birthday today, and I want to make sure that I'm there, even if I could just only stop in for a little bit. It's really important to me to show that I care and that he means a lot to me, and he's a really, really good friend. So I guess what I'm getting at is, prioritize what you put your time and your energy in. Worry less about the gear, the goods, the gadgets, the stockpiling of the foods and all that stuff, and put more energy, more time into the people around you. And I think you will reap the benefits from it. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments section. I'll make sure I'm there so I can respond to any and all comments and questions. Thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.